When stories about fake news started to break, MSNBC newsman Brian Williams was quick to start pointing fingers. Maybe he should have thought twice before jumping into the fray. Back in 2003, Brian Williams was attached to a convoy of Chinook helicopters in Iraq when a sandstorm forced the mission to abort. Once on the ground, word came that another helicopter in the convoy had almost been shot down by a rocket-propelled grenade. It didn't take long before the story started to change. In one version, the grenade tore through the tail of his own helicopter but failed to detonate. In another, he seemed to imply that he had witnessed the attack on the lead helicopter himself. By 2013, he claimed he had been afraid for his life when his own chopper came under fire. And in 2015, Brian Williams went on the air and described how his own helicopter had been shot down by an enemy RPG and how his team had been saved by the American 3rd Infantry. 5 days later, Brian Williams went back on the air to apologize for his flight of fantasy. Personally, I don't believe that Brian Williams ever set out to distort the truth. But we live in an age where everything has to be sensational if it's going to get noticed at all. In all likelihood, he just tweaked the narrative a little here and there in order to make it more compelling. But after 12 years of embellishment, the story of his chopper ride had turned into a work of fiction. Almost overnight, he went from being one of the most respected journalists in television to being a punchline. King Solomon tells us, "Do not remove the boundaries of eternity that were set in place by your fathers." Exaggeration is really no different from lying. The truth doesn't need our help to make it better. And if we blur the lines between reality and fakery even a little, soon we'll forget that there are any lines at all.